the SE recruitment grid, can you talk to me a little bit about that? What is it and how do you use it?
Yeah, in fact, as I think now you know and you understand, I'm a very people-driven person, and I used to say that I'm not recruiting a CV or curriculum vitae, but I'm recruiting people. I'm recruiting a human being, and that's why I will check the tech things. I will check the SE skills and stuff like that. I have some techniques to do that, but to be honest, I built over time matrix grid, whatever the name is, that are the core behaviors, components that I want an SE working in my team to have. And it's fundamental for me, because if those people doesn't have all of them, maybe at different level, but minimum all of them, I know that there is a risk of incompatibility with me and the rest of the team, but also with the people that we are serving, the sellers and the other type of CSMs and the other organization inside the company. And I, with the time, discovered that applying that grid maximized my chance of success when I enroll a new SE. It's not 100% bulletproof. I made errors, but I recruited in my life, I made the calculation before our podcast, but something like 130 people in my life. And I had two big errors. And I learned from those errors. And I'm trying to avoid those errors again. But my point is that more than trying to avoid the errors is more to find the best fit with the best quality people as possible. That's why I didn't build that grid. It came to me over time, to be honest.
Okay. I am curious, what were those errors? What was like the bad fit about those two people?
The first one which is a specific scenario, is when your company acquire another company. And when it's happening, you inherit of people that are part of the acquisition, you know, and then you have to make decision, do you want to keep or not those people? Sometimes we are just forced to accept those guys and find a way for them to match with the rest of the team. And one of those cases was an acquisition, two guys, met them. I had the choice to decide if I want them or not, but made the chance and the decision, to say yes. Seems very good guy. And to be honest, the guy that I fired at the end was one of the smartest people I met. An incredible presenter, an incredible storyteller, maybe one of the best I met in my career. The guy was impressive, and that's what I saw when I engaged with him. And that's why I say yes. But the guy was so negative inside for personal reasons that he became the worm in the apple, you know, and he started to influence the rest of the team in a bad way. And I tried with him to solve that problem because the guy was brilliant, but I did not find a way. And at some point I had to say to the guy, okay, you're brilliant, but you know what? Being brilliant and a diva in my team and creating all these problems, it's a teamwork thing. It's not a set of divas, you know, and I cannot afford to have a diva. I need to have a team that is working well. And that's one case. The second one was more a classical case where I made an error to base my recruitment on my gut feeling only. And that was my first learning, to be honest, because I was trusting my gut like 200%, and I was a little bit over optimistic about that. And then I made the decision to recruit that person, and it was an error because I did not do the basic check, and it was an error.
Okay. All right. So going back to the grid itself, how long did it take you to get to where it is today?
As I said, I did not build it on purpose. It's more like experience, you know, step by step. And to be honest, when we discussed, we are talking about 6 or 7 criteria, and I redid the exercise for my offsite, and now I have 10 criteria.
Okay.
And but I think it's the good number. And some of them are obvious and everybody will agree, and some other are more maybe personal to me and my way to recruit people. But I truly think that if the people are checking all these 10 things, we are in a good company, and there is a high percentage of chance of success for that person in that team, and for that person in that team in that company. Because remember, when you recruit, you are not recruiting a friend, you are recruiting someone that needs to fit in the company culture, needs to fit in the team, meaning that maybe I will recruit someone in North America that I will never recruit in Germany. And that may be both good, but it's just that in one case it will not fit with the team itself. But also, don't forget that sales engineer, we are part of a larger team. We are minimum a duo with the seller, but it could be a trio with the CSM or quarter with the marketing, whatsoever. And again, you can have the best guy in front of you. You know the guy is good. You know the guy is an incredible SE. But if you know your company well, you know that that guy is not compatible with your company. And that compatibility could be different. The way I was doing that compatibility check at Adobe or at Yext is not the same, because the core values of Yext and the core values of Adobe are not the same.
Right.
And I need to adapt to that too.
Okay. Can you share with us the categories?
Of course.
All right.
There is no specific order, okay? It's not in order or whatsoever. It's just a list. Let's maybe go through the list one shot, and then we can come back on all the different points. The first one for me is really, in fact, they're all important, but this one is really important to me, is creativity. I think that SEs are puzzle solvers, and you need to love that, and you need to think out of the box. You need to like challenges. If you don't like that, I think it's warning for me. The second one is curiosity. Curiosity means that if you are not eager to learn, if you are not eager to improve, if you are not eager to be always at the edge of your knowledge, you can become obsolete very fast and useless, especially in the SE space. I think it could be the case very, very fast. And I need someone that will search by itself and will continue to educate by itself. That's the second one. The third one is passion. Passion, because you need to be passionate. And why I say that, it's just because first, it's cool to be with people which are passionate, but more important, when you are in front of a customer, your passion, your energy and your passion is felt by the audience. When you are saying and presenting something that you really believe in and you are passionate about it, the guy said, wow, whew. I entered into the room. I was not interested at all. I was just there because I've been asked to be there. But now I'm listening to that guy. I said, wow, okay, the guy seems to really love what he's doing and it seems to be super cool. Let's give him a chance, you know? And that passion can change things. And I think that's super, super important.